Imagine it's 1942. The world is still embroiled in a brutal conflict. The skies are filled with the sound of roaring engines and the whir of propellers. As the war rages on, the United States strategic bombing campaign intensifies, targeting the heart of the Axis powers. But suddenly, American forces begin to encounter something unexpected. Foreign aircrafts, new, dangerous, and unlike anything they've faced before. Japan's industry, fueled by innovation, had created a fleet of machines that would prove to be a game changer in the early years of World War II. From the speed and agility of the Mitsubishi A6M0 to the explosive power of the Nakajima B5N-K, Japan's aircrafts were not just formidable, they were technologically advanced and tactically superior. While the aviation and combat industries experienced exponential growth during the interwar period and World War II, Japan's aircrafts were arguably the most technologically advanced and tactically superior during the early years of the conflict, playing a critical role in their initial success during World War II. The interwar period saw exponential growth in the aviation and combat aircraft industries, and not just for Japan, but across the world. By the time World War II began, the aircraft had become more than just a tool of war. They were strategic assets and crucial for attacking key military targets, securing air superiority, and influencing the outcome of entire battles. As nations developed and new technologies were introduced, the arms race accelerated. Japan, eager to assert itself as a world power on the global stage, understood the importance of air power and the new innovations in engineering. These new innovations allowed Japan to create lighter, faster, and more powerful aircrafts capable of challenging the best the Allies could produce. If there was ever an aircraft that symbolized Japanese air power, it was the Mitsubishi A6M0, with its sleek design, incredible agility, and unmatched speed. The Zero was a game changer in the Pacific theater, from strafing Pearl Harbor to defending Japan's home islands. The Zero was there at every critical moment. But what made the Zero so successful? Its lightweight construction gave it a significant edge, allowing it to achieve faster speeds and outmaneuver almost every enemy in the Pacific early on. The long operational range also meant that Japanese forces could strike deep behind enemy lines, staying in the air longer than their adversaries, giving them a strategic advantage. Pearl Harbor, one aircraft stood out as Japan's most devastating weapon. The Nakajima B5N-K, known for its deadly efficiency, this torpedo bomber played a critical role in Japan's surprise attack on the United States in 1941. Its ability to carry both torpedoes and bombs made it a versatile tool capable of devastating both ships and ground targets. The Kate could also travel long distances, allowing it to strike at the heart of the enemy before retreating to safety. Its torpedoes, specifically designed for naval warfare, were feared by the Allied forces for their power and precision. Japan's success in the air wasn't just about superior technology, it was also about tactics. The element of surprise played a pivotal role in their early victories. Japanese planes, fast and agile, could strike unexpectedly, often before enemies had time to react. This aggressive approach culminated in the infamous kamikaze attacks, where the pirates would sacrifice their lives in daring direct assaults on enemy ships. The kamikaze tactics, though extreme, highlighted the desperation and resolve of Japanese pilots. As one soldier recalled, "We are all in a state of panic, wondering what happened and if the end was near. It seemed inevitable." The rise of Japan's air power was not just about design and tactics, it was also about manufacturing. Japan's aircraft industry, which had operated on a small scale before the war, rapidly expanded. By the end of the conflict, it employed over 1.5 million workers and was producing aircrafts at a staggering rate. The war with the Allied nations forced Japan to mobilize resources in ways never seen before. Factories were converted, and the entire nation became a war machine, turning out new and improved aircraft designs on an almost continuous basis. Japan's aircrafts weren't just powerful, they were continuously improved. The Mitsubishi A6M0, for example, received critical upgrades during the war, including self sealing fuel tanks, armor plating, and an increased engine horsepower. But aircrafts themselves weren't the only part of the equation. Japan's pilots were trained to be among the best in the world. Early training focused on basic flying skills, but as the pilots advanced, they were taught more specialized techniques, including advanced aerial maneuvers and tactics for bombers, fighters, and torpedo planes. Pilots were also trained to deal with the psychological stresses of combat. They understood the risks involved, including the possibility of having to make the ultimate sacrifice, a characteristic that set them apart from their counterparts in the Allied forces. The technological innovations, the aggressive tactics, and the elite training of Japan's Air Force created a masterpiece that was for a time unmatched. In the early years of World War II, Japanese aircrafts played a critical role in the nation's initial success, surprising and overwhelming the Allied forces. While the tides of the war would eventually shift, the legacy of Japan's aviation industry remains a testament to the power of innovation and determination in the face of global conflict.